I think something really special about our model is that we've got grade level specific support for teachers. So rather, what kindergartners are doing right now in reading is a very different thing than what second graders or fifth graders are doing.
It's really helpful to have feedback in real time or directly after a lesson. It's also very helpful to work with a coach who has taught kindergarten and who has experience in primary. Kindergarten is such a unique grade level, and working with someone who understands that age and understands how students begin to learn to read has been incredibly helpful.
It's very important, I think, to have an experienced person as a coach that has taught in a dual language immersion classroom, because even though there are similarities in the process of how a kid learns how to read, there is the aspects of what it means to become an emergent bilingual student.
In the past, professional development was a place that you went to, and you'd spend a few hours, you'd learn something, you'd probably try a couple of things out.
I look at professional development as more of an umbrella of a general idea that we're going to go over, or multiple strategies that can be used in the classroom, versus coaching is more personalized because you're working with a particular teacher or a particular team of teachers and really focusing on what they want to work on using aspects of the professional development.
We used to use a lot of patterned text in kindergarten, and that was really helping kids feel like readers. So instead of having kids feel like readers, we're making sure that kindergartners are readers by teaching them the phonics skills that they need, and then having opportunities to apply that learning using decodable texts, apply that learning in their own writing. So we're really connecting all those pieces together so kids don't just feel like readers, but they are.
Understanding how students decode and incorporating aspects of the science of reading into our classroom, whereas in previous years we would have taught students to memorize words that appear frequently in books that they're reading. Now we're actually teaching them to decode those words. So they're truly reading those words. They're not recalling words from memory. So I have always enjoyed collecting data from my students. I find it really exciting to see their growth and keep track of their growth throughout the year, and also share that growth with them. But this is the first year in working with Jamie and our other coaches in the emergent literacy cohort where I feel like I actually know what to do with that data on an individual level.
I've learned more about the skills that students need to learn how to read, and was able to explicitly teach students those skills in an engaging and hands-on way, and then provide them with activities to apply those, both independently and in small group and in whole group instruction. And then students, their confidence grew because those skills were just explicit to them, and they could see themselves doing it and feel themselves doing it, and they were reading, so they felt that and noticed that.
Coming into kindergarten and really focusing on alphabetic principle and phonemic awareness, when they've got those two things under their belts, they're unstoppable in kindergarten. What I'm seeing out of 5 and 6-year-olds this year, first grade teachers are going to lose their minds.
It's been exciting. Now that it's the end of the year, I'm conducting assessments for June report cards. And so I have been sitting with students and listening to them read high-frequency words in the context of a sentence. And students are reading. They are sounding out words, they're blending words, they're a lot more intentional with saying what they're reading, saying what they're looking at, basically.
In the past, by this point in the year, we'd have lots of kindergartners that could tell us their letters, tell us their letter sounds, and now we have kids that know what to do with those sounds. So they're reading words and writing words in a way that we've not seen in previous years.
Since working with our literacy coach, I have noticed an enormous difference in my students' skills and growth. I've never made it to this point in the year with this many students at or above grade level in literacy. And just being in my classroom, you can walk around and see students confidently reading and reading for fun and reading with joy. And that is a new experience for me this year.
Teachers want to do the very best job that they can for kids, and to have a partner in that work to share ideas with and to help them propel their students forward. They've been hungry for it because they just want to do the very best they can for kids.
You see a lot of those breakthroughs happen. And that's what I was in this profession for, is like to really see the impact and the process of seeing these kiddos learn how to read or learn how to write. And for me, that's what brings me joy in this profession.